Australians speaking up is working. The West speaking up is working. Have a look at this. This is the opposition leader in Australia, the opposition leader to the current government, starting to speak out against radical Islam. This is breaking news. This is shocking because it's showing you us speaking up, that the other politicians can see it, so they're starting to try and mimic it because they just want votes. Reality is they probably just want votes, so they're trying to call out, radical Islam and act like they care just because they want Australians to vote for them. That's really probably what's going on in my opinion, but regardless, it's on the news. The leader of the opposition party is speaking up against Islam, which is wild to see in Australia, but check this out.
There must be a reckoning with anti-Semitism and extremist ideology. The terms of reference must properly address the systemic rise of anti-Semitism in Australia, and they must include reference to radical Islamic extremism, as well as far-left neo-Nazi extremism. Well, these are political concepts about left-right, but what is most important is that radical Islamic extremism and neo-Nazi ideology, however people may choose to frame that in a left-right continuum, that they are included. Far-left and neo-Nazi extremism were the words that I used, as well as far-left neo-Nazi extremism.
So you can see that people are kind of freaking out because she misspoke. She misspoke one sentence. You know what she was trying to say? She's trying to say the radical Islam is on the left and the neo-Nazis are on the right. Fuck, in Australia, let's get it. The media tries to blow it up. There's like 10, 20 people that have marched maybe once or twice a year trying to pretend to be Nazis. It's nothing. It's nothing. Radical Islam, though, has actual evidence and real effects on the Australian community. Just look at Bondi. Do I need to explain more? If I need to explain more, you're an idiot. So, but obviously she was trying to say that, these radical left-wing people that are Islamic terrorists. Isn't it funny that the left people have gone so woke and gone so crazy that if you're a terrorist against the West, you're considered a radical left person? That is wild. That just shows you, the more left you go, the more you hate your own country. The more you hate being Australian, you hate the West. That's why we need to keep speaking up. But look, we are winning. They're speaking up for Australians. They're speaking up what Australians are saying. They're speaking up for what's saying on this channel. We're sick of the double standard, letting these people in our country that hate us and are radical Islamic terrorists. We don't want it in our country. So I've got to be careful with my wording here because YouTube can suppress these videos, like a few of them in the past they've done. So, yeah, but it amazes me that if you are a radical terrorist, you are far left. Isn't that say something when the leader of the opposition politician to the party in power? It's like in America, Kamala Harris's party versus Trump's party. So in Kamala Harris's party, they have, woke Islamic terrorists. That's what they're trying to say that it is. So it's wild to see it in the front and center in the lead party, not just small politicians. The ones that are running to run the country are saying this now. So obviously speaking up is working. We can keep speaking up. We can keep speaking up for Australia because we've had enough. We've had enough. We don't want to deal with this shit anymore. We don't want to be called racist for wanting our own country and our safety. Importing millions of people ain't going to help us. We can see that. We're suffering more than ever. And you can only look at Europe and England and see what happens there. But anyway, comment down below what you think about this. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's just lip service trying to get the Australian votes? Or do you think Susan's actually going out there and wants change? I'm curious to see your opinions. Anyway, I'm voting One Nation regardless, but let me know what you're going to do down below. Too bad the election's not happening right now, but the way Albo's going, we might have a snap election because he's just failing our country. Anyway, subscribe, like this video, be a member if you want to see these videos early. Thank you so much to all my members, and I'll see you next time.